It is 2026. This is the world of ability. We are here every Saturday to highlight and share and do some amazing things with some amazing people. I'm so excited for what we have in store for the next couple of hours here because we have some wonderful people joining us. And it's 2026. Actually, I'm going to throw it. So date right now. It is July. Did I just say July? It's January 3rd. I'm thinking ahead. It's January 3rd. It is just after the new year, and we have had so much this past year to look back on and enjoy, celebrate, all the wonderful people we've got to meet along the way. And one that I am so happy is here right now joining us. We got to meet her this past year. She's wonderful. I'm going to have her come on in and share a bit about who she is, what she does, and I'm going to have fun with this conversation. Shehla Choudry, so glad you're here. How are you?
Thank you, Sue. You know what? I'm incredible. I still can't believe it's already January. My God. You know, I had to keep looking at the calendar yesterday because I already felt behind. Can you believe it? I know. I'm like, okay, stop
Yep.
it. It's a brand new year, fresh start, fresh slate. I'm excited to see what I create this year along with you and the team here. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So remind everybody what you all do and where you are.
Absolutely. Okay, so my name is Shehla Choudry, and I'm out of the Canadian marketplace. So I live in a place called Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And you know what? One of the things I'm passionate about is US healthcare. Because I'm going to tell you, I mean, this last year was one of the biggest roller coaster rides, especially with healthcare. I mean, your government shut down because of healthcare for 43 days. People did not get paid. But you know, I'm here to say that there is a solution and an alternative. And I am so honored and privileged to actually represent the fastest growing healthcare alternative to health insurance in the United States right now. And you know what? We're a nonprofit. So I have the privilege of representing people. And the only reason they're in existence, Sue, is to give you healthcare at 30 to 70% less. And you know what? We're not only saving lives, but we're helping so many people right now who are thinking the only option is to drop their health care, right? There's a lot of people with that big, beautiful bill. There is over 22 million that are right now, it's between a house and health insurance, right? And so we have that alternative, and I'm excited. And I'm going to tell you a story if that's okay.
That'd
I
be
was
great.
able to help someone. So, a lady out of California and her husband, they were paying over $1,300 a month. And this is just one of the stories. And we came in and we saved them almost $800 a month, $9,500. Just imagine putting $9,500 back in your pocket over a year. And that's just one story. That's one story.
Wow.
So I highly encourage everybody to not only spread the word, but just book a complimentary call with me. I'm here to serve you. I'm not here to sell you, right? So that's what part of what I do. So I'm excited about it. I don't know if you can tell how inspired I am, but I love health and well-being, and your health and well-being is my priority.
Oh my goodness, I love it. So I'm going to ask right away, if somebody wants to reach out, how do they find you?
You know what? Let me just put my information in the chat. How about I do that?
That'd be
Uh,
perfect.
yeah, let me do that. Fastest way is by text message, but you're welcome to email me or call me. And I'll actually even put in my Calendly link if anyone wants to book that call. Oh, there we go. I was pressing the wrong button. And you know what, Sue? We're
Perfect.
actually also looking to partner with people. This is a new year, and I know in the new year, there are two things that people want to do. One of them, every January 1st, the resolutions are this: let's lose weight and get in better shape. And the second one is let's make more money and get our finances in shape, right? And so we're
Uh-huh.
actually we're looking to partner with people in this industry. We're looking to help many people make money by doing this and spreading the word. We're going to reward you for helping your friends and family and business owners that you know get better health care and save money. So I'm excited about that as well.
Oh, I love it. So, well, and I know we have had, okay, so the turn of the clock here going from 2025 to 2026. I know there's a lot of exciting things coming up. I wonder, do you want to highlight anything? Is there some specific, is there any events coming up? Is there anything along those lines that are coming?
You know what? There are many, many different like online events, but you know what? We're actually going to be like the company and I, like the parent company that I work for, we're actually going to be using technology to disrupt some other big industries. Hint,
Ooh.
hint, things that people have and use every day. Like I'm talking about all your insurances, home, auto, business, and we're getting into fintech. So it's huge, a
Ooh.
huge financial opportunity. And you don't have to be licensed anymore, which is the best part because of technology. So I know there are people who are health insurance agents, brokers, or insurance agents and brokers, and they're like, how? Well, you know what? Talk to me. Technology is incredible.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm right away thinking about folks that I know that are in the
Yeah.
insurance industry. Should I be referring them to you so
Oh,
they
yeah.
can get that inside scoop? And
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you know what? Here's what I believe. When you help enough other people get what they want for themselves and their families, by default, you're going to be rewarded. So absolutely, Sue. If you connect us, like absolutely, we'll take good care of them, but we'll share the information because this is what we do. We share and we look for people who are looking for us. So there's no pressure ever.
awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
because and you're talking about things that are practical. This is
Right.
quite literally for everybody. We all deal with our finances, we all deal with insurance, health related topics of all sorts, but
Right.
we got to be able to pay for, the unexpected. You get hurt, you have a medical emergency. What do?
You
You
know,
got to be able to handle that and be prepared.
you do. And the beautiful thing is, like I said, we're not health insurance, but we work
Mhm.
exactly like insurance. Actually, I'm going to say this, we work and feel better than insurance because, again, we have no profit motive. The only reason why we're in business is to help you. And that's so different for a lot of people. A lot of people, when they first hear about this, they're like, I don't understand. And I'm like, look, you got to take the programming or, here's what I've learned from a very young age, you're told, get a job with insurance, get a job with insurance, get a job with insurance. But you know what? Insurance is not the only way. And so I'm here to say there are better ways to do things. And if you're willing to just step outside the box and open your mind a little, there are so many different solutions out there. And we are a company that's forward thinking. Yeah.
So, uh, I'm hoping there are people right now that are like, huh, I hear
Well,
this.
look,
I want to know more. So
but
we'll make sure to have your information posted with
absolutely.
this video.
Absolutely. You know, I was going to say this too, like for business owners, like we're not only saving them tens of thousands, there are companies, depending on the size, that we've saved them just under 100,000 for just one example. And like we have different examples, but Sue, we're also here for our providers. So you have to understand, again, we have no profit motive. So imagine being a provider and actually getting paid in less than 30 business days because we have no reason to hold on to your money. What would that be like? So there's options for everybody. Yeah. But we'll talk more about that at another time, right? Yeah.
Excellent. I love it. I am so glad you're here. And I do see we've got another guest that is joining us. I'd love to go ahead and bring her into the conversation right away. Oh my goodness. Olga is so good to see you. We've got Olga Alexeeva joining us. And I saw you recently, actually. You were on the Easy Way pitch party, the VIP pitch party last Thursday, and you were a big winner at the end. So
Yes.
congratulations.
All right. So glad to see you guys. Happy New Year. And I'm so grateful for 25. It was a good year, so it gave me a great platform. And so now I'm expecting to fly in 26. And Sue, I'm so glad to see you, to all of you. And so what we're talking about, just give me some update and I jump in.
Well, I know that you have a big event coming up. So I wonder if you want to tell us about that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I have a Soul Spark Summit coming on January 27th, 29th. 3 days of packed event for women. It means anyone who has a good message to women, I would love you to join as a speaker. And so, what's good about that? It's free to speak. It's pre-recorded. It means you don't have to be on site unless you want to. That's a great relief. And you advertise it with your people, and your people need to be on site on that time. So you can choose between interview and presentation, and you just record it at your own pace. Isn't it great? And then just submit. So I'm going to send you the link. You probably have my link, do you?
I think I do. I should introduce you. We have Shehla Choudry on here as well, and there's potential for her here as well. She's amazing. I wonder if this would be a timing connection. This could be perfect.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. I
Because you see, I wanted that to be not only for women but global,
Mhm.
to unite female. Um, I don't want to say issue. I would say concerns and the solutions that we provide for women to start 26 strong. So, and right now, I want to tell you, I prepared a TEDx talk. I'm looking for universe to provide me a space for that. Okay, so I am applying to. Thank you for loving.
absolutely.
Thank you. I'm speaking, guys. I'm thinking this is very timely topic to accomplished women over 40 who who've done a lot, but they got disconnected from their soul, from their partner, from love. And women think, okay, I should be whether successful or I should be in a loving relationship. And sometimes they think that they have to pay just to have one or other. I am talking about how to incorporate, how to put them together without compromising either. And so that message to business successful women, you don't have to sacrifice your love life, your intimacy into success, because there is a way how to put that together. And that's why I have my creative infusion program that I'm offering to women. And I hope that they will hear that and join me in that quest to be a woman when you need to be a woman and be a boss when you need to be a boss.
Wow, you, I think, spoke to so many people with what you just said. That hits home and on a lot of levels. That's going to be amazing. That's perfect. I'm so glad. So what inspired you to put this together, to create this?
I want to tell you this is actually my very vulnerable, very personal. Again, I don't want to say issue. I don't have issue. I might be lost in between two trees, but what's happened? You know my story, how I came from Russia and how I started without language, how I started to build my gallery and so on. I had to be strong. I had to be strong for so long that I created armor around my heart to protect me from being hurt on a personal level, because every woman is coming through that script, I would say. You fall in love, then you could be betrayed, it could be something la la la, all these ups and downs. We're going through that experience because we have to know about that to appreciate a real love. But if you stay strong for too long, you kind of it's become like a cast. It become like an armor, and you become a prisoner of your own inner beliefs that love hurts, real love hurts, and you make a choice. Do I want it to be hurt again? Or I want to build a business, be independent. And there is always that fine line to be open for intimacy or to be armored against it. That's what I'm talking about. And that it's a one-on-one sessions what I do with women, because everybody have their own story. And I'm helping them to overcome that inner blocks that blocking them from accept that intimacy, accept the kindness without kind of spooky feeling. Oh, what if I'm going to be hurt again? I'd rather just keep my fence up. But it's the longer you keep that fence up, the longer love cannot come to you. So that's why, this is my personal story that I've been so strong for so long that I am tired of me being too strong. And that's why, since our last interview, that became so obvious to me that I need to talk to women and say, girlfriends, sisters, we are born women. We're born with female or feminine energy. Let's use it. We are so strong with that, with our vulnerability, with our truth. Don't be like a man because we cannot survive. Because nature will fight you for that, because we came here as a women and we have to go with the flow. So it is really in my heart that I know how to get out of there because I've been there for too long. That's a short answer for your question.
Oh, my goodness. And that speaks volumes. I appreciate you sharing, and this will make a difference for so many people. Oh my goodness. I'm excited for what you've put together and where this is going. Shehla, go ahead.
You know what I was going to say is over the last year and a half, this is something that I've learned about is that, when you are someone who is dependent on yourself, you step into that masculine energy to survive, right? And I had no idea I was there. And it's interesting, like, in my marriage, I had no idea how much of the masculine energy I was taking on instead of stepping back and stepping into my feminine energy. And so it is absolutely huge, especially if you're an independent alpha woman. You have no idea. You have absolutely no idea. And it's only recently that I discovered this. And I'm like, okay, when you feel safe or there's things that shift, you're able to see this, you're able to gain this awareness, and then like everything opens up or things open up on a different level, right? So that's something that I just recently discovered. Yeah.
Well,
I love
I'm so glad that we are on the same page, and I hope that people who are listening right now, and especially women or even men who had a wife that kind of feel disconnected or empty nester, or she feels like uh, she's like out of sorts. She does not know what's going on, and she might feel guilty that she feels out of sorts. It's a very thin emotional barriers that makes women unhappy. And we know that if mama ain't happy, nobody's happy. So, man, if you listen to that, make sure that your wives, your sisters, your daughters, anyone who is a woman, who is a female, they need to know that their nature built differently, built differently from the get-go. So you cannot learn it. You already have it. It's just a question of discover, recover, and put it to work. It's like a sail. If you just go against the wind, you're gonna crash sooner or later. And if we're talking about the marriages crashing, like after 50 divorce, they call it gray divorce. Do you know that? It's already have a name. It's a gray divorce after 50, and it's just a double or triple the last decade. And it coming not because women don't value marriage, but because whether she don't want to disappear under the obligations, or she doesn't feel that it's worthy her time. There's a lot of in it. And so everybody is different. And I wish people would come to my summit, and it will be on 27th, 29th of this month. I will give to Sue my link. Please sign up as an audience. It's free. Share that and get that knowledge. It's going to save you time and money on lawyers and your heartbreaks. So I guarantee.
Awesome. Yes, I love that you're putting this together. I know with what was being said, it kind of sparked a memory with me with the idea of getting to know yourself better and working on yourself and being able to understand others. I know one thing that was a game changer for me years ago was attending an event where I'm making sure I got this name right. It was Dr. Rome with the personality types, and it's like I've heard of that kind of thing, but had never really done a deep dive like he did and how he presented it, and he made it so relatable. And in doing what he did and walking through all of this, it made it very clear who I am, who people around me are, and how to better relate to them so that the relationship improves. If you can understand where they're coming from, it's like there's people with different personality types might come at you at what's natural for them with how they approach a topic, which might be completely the opposite of how I want to approach something. And to understand that it's like that's not against me. It has nothing to do with, they're trying to do something to me or any of that. It really is. It's just a communication piece that needs to be bridged. And it's all about being relatable and trying to make that connection. And the more you know yourself, the more you understand yourself, the more you can connect to others. I don't know if that does that make sense? That's kind of
Yes, totally. And I just want to tell you, Sue, you're so right. Because let's say we started a new year, and by tradition, people pray, oh, God, give me in new year love, give me this, give me that, and give me a relationship with my kids, with But what I discovered, that's a profound stuff. What I discovered that universe does not reply to our plea. Universe mirror what we are to our energy. So the most important is not to have. Most important is to become. And so when you become a person who is worthy of love, the love will come. The person who are really not reflect, but emanate the kindness, and they're gonna get back. And the person who using a bad words or bad thoughts, and it's coming like in a circle. I saw that was so strong. Just imagine like a circle. Our life is like a circle, and you drop a bad word, let's say hatred or anger or fear or something, say, oh, I hate, let's say, my job, for example. Or let's say hate my job. And so it's becoming, imagine it like a little rock. And that little rock, it's going like in a circle, din, 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 and coming back to you, and you get another job that you're hating. You see what I mean? But let's say if you put to the universe, love and appreciation in words, da 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 da, it's din 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 din. It's coming back to you. As you understand that. So keep in mind that don't ask for stuff to come to you. Ask to become a person with the feelings and emotions who deserve that outcome. And then it starts a journey to yourself. By the way, I have a workshop. It calls Creative Infusion, and it will be on 13th of January. I'm using frequency as a way of improving your mood, emotions, and health. And I'm just giving so many tools that everybody can use after that to improve their lives. I highly recommend you guys to sign up to my workshop. It will be on Sunday on 13th online, and I will give you the link, Sue. You can use it, ultraverity.com, my website. It's on the first page. Everybody can sign up, men, women, kids, because I'm giving such a tools. For example, do you know if you wear synthetics taking your energy. If you wear a linen gives you 5,000 hertz of energy. So even choosing between synthetic sheets or linen sheets will change your life, change your mood. But if you don't know that, you go after the vanity, literally, after the look. And who cares about look? I want to have a. So I bought this linen sheets and I love it. I sleep better. I have no association with that, but this is just a small example of the tools, that handy stuff that if you know, you start to shift your life towards just go with the nature, go with the truth, go with the nature flow, rather than say, hey, I'm the pinnacle of universe. uh-uh I might just disappoint somebody. So
Excellent.
Sue, if you can put my ultraverity.com into a chat, because I'm
I
on
will
my
do that.
phone. You know how to spell it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so because it means truth, ultimate truth. So that would be absolutely, could be pivotal for anybody to know. And I have a gift certificate for that, So I'm not sure if whatever time I have, because you touched me on a subject that I'm really passionate about. And so I can talk about that, or I'm just going to give somebody a spot to continue your journey. And I do appreciate you so much for making that stage available for people to share these ideas, and for people to join and be led by truth. This is absolutely amazing. Thank you.
Olga, you're wonderful. Thank you so very much. I did bring up your website. I know I've got Mark in the background here as well. I'd love to have you come on in, Mark. While you're coming in, I'm going to just share really quickly the website here so you can see when you get to ultraverity.com that this is what you will see. So you know you're in the right place. So Ultraverity, ULTRAVERITY.com.
Can you put my events? Okay, just to go a little bit up my events. Okay,
There we
my
go.
events. Yes, creative workshop. So my creative workshop, that that's what I'm talking about.
Perfect.
So
We can,
thank you so much, and I hope Sue you come to that, because it's gonna give you so much information, so many tools that you will be better person. You will be better person, is for sure. So here, that's my workshop that's coming up. I worked a lot deeply on that, because I want to do very simple. Because now people connected to a medicine, people connected to some very kind of complicated teaching. You see, there's a gift certificate. You can buy that and give to somebody, because some people don't even understand the importance of self-development. They think, oh, if I have a new car, if I have a new husband, if I have a new job, I will be happy. No, you will not. because everything starts from you. And when you take care of you, then you start to attract, uh, law of attraction is nobody, nobody deleted. And so I don't know, Sue, if you noticed any difference in me, did you or not? I'm just wondering, because we spoke like maybe 3, 4 months ago.
I was trying to think how long it's been. It's been a little bit, but it wasn't, yeah, it seems about right.
Yeah, something like that. And it was our first interview. I'm just wondering if something, no, you noticed or something, because I haven't talked to you for so long.
Good question. I feel that you are very relaxed, you're very comfortable, and that is when you're on a screen like this doing stuff that's not always an easy thing to do. Trying to think if there's that's what's kind of standing out to me is that you seem like you're in a really good place.
I started to love myself more.
Mhm.
And that's what I'm teaching myself and I'm teaching others. It's a time, ladies, to love ourselves, because everybody else already got not only one portion of you, but multiple. It's time to you. And I am teaching in my classes, in my program. And if somebody wants to really have a better flow with the life, better understanding, and to be comfortable in your own skin, I invite you to join me in my program. It's going to change your life.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, Shella, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say is, Olga, I can just personally attest to doing the work, right? This last couple of years, I have been focusing on just different personal development. And one of the things that you touched on is being. It's all about who you're being, right? If you're being loving, you're going to attract love, right? If you're being like kind and honest, like you're going to attract like who you're being. And, you know, through that work, it's interesting how you can discover patterns that are running you. And so that's some of the work that's I've been doing this last year, and it's just opened up so many different things. And I know that you just asked Sue if she noticed anything different about you. Well, Sue, since the last time we spoke, and one of the last times we were on, I was on this platform. I too have done some major shifting. So that might not be as apparent right now, but it's completely shifted my energy, my vibration, who I'm being as well. So there is something to be said about working on yourself. It just gives you freedom, but it also gives you insight and awareness and the ability to really act and move forward, right? So I just wanted to contribute to what Olga was saying.
Yes, yes. And you know
Awesome.
what? I think that our society now is getting into that emotional awareness more than before, because the material stuff is not working anymore. And I am so grateful that I have my breakthrough. And I'm so grateful that people are searching for the answers, not in the outer world, not in a kind of vanity um, achievement, but from inside. Because this is whatever you have in, nobody can take. It's like knowledge. When you know what you know, nobody gonna take from you. And then you can discover so much greatness in you, so much love, so much. It's endless. It's bottomless. So when you start to, because we are spiritual thing in a human body, our body is limited, our spirit limitless. And so when we touch that limitless space, it's amazing, really.
One of the things that I really want to say is that we are human beings, not doings. And I know that there are people right now who really they don't know what they know, right? There's a saying with one of the personal development courses that I've done, and it's called Landmark Education. It's or Landmark Worldwide right now. They teach you what you don't know about what you don't know. And that is that's where some of the biggest breakthroughs for myself happened. Like when you uncover those blind spots, until I was able to do it on myself, like for myself, like everybody told me, okay, here's your problem, here's your problem, here's your problem. But when I discovered what they were saying, it was mine to own. And that blind spot became something that I was aware about. And then from there, you can move forward and be responsible. If you don't know what you don't know, there is no access for you, right, to get to the inner work. So it's something that is there's a definite step one, right? So I just wanted to share that with you, because there's people still who are struggling, and they're going to struggle because they just don't realize that they don't know what they don't know, and they have blind spots. And again, you can only take ownership and responsibility once you become aware, even if everybody else sees it around you. Right?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So Mark is here. I want to go ahead and give him a chance to say hello and come on in. Mark Isaac Potter, so glad you're here. Oh, actually, let me get you. We gotta unmute. There you go.
Hello, everybody. Hello. I think I should maybe work on my background, make a different background, but I haven't done that yet. So,
You're good.
well, it's nice to hear the conversation. Sheila, I was in the precursor to Landmark, which was called Erhard's seminar training back in the 1970s.
That's incredible.
So,
Wow. Was it called the S training by any chance? There was something called the S training before it became known as Landmark Worldwide. Is that part of what
no,
you're?
it was called the EST, Standard Erhard
Got you. Warner.
Seminar Training, or Erhard Standard Training,
Well, I'm gonna say
run
this,
by
Warner Earhart.
uh I can't remember Mr. Erhard's first name, but
I believe it's Warner.
he started it. Yeah, Werner, that's it. Yeah, I was there for a few years and I found it quite good. So
Well, Mr. Mark,
nice to meet you both.
it's nice to meet you too. They've completely re-energized and revamped and relaunched the trainings, and so it is a whole.
Yeah, no, that's been a long time ago. So of course they've changed and revamped and such. Yeah.
Says a lot that it's still going, because that means they're
Yeah.
doing it right.
Yeah. And Olga, I'm glad you're having your seminar. I wish you luck on that. I've done a lot of seminars over the years. I've written and led lots of them.
Actually, I don't think you've had a chance to meet either of the ladies here. Do you want to give us a little more of your background, Mark?
Well, yeah, I can do that. I've been in video for about a quarter of a century as a television show owner, as a podcast producer. I've been a writer for about 50 years, been published quite a bit. Uh, just a very basic guy. I'm originally from Ohio, and I think I still have some of that culture, even though I've lived in California since 73. I still have the kind of the Midwestern personality. But yeah, I'm here. My name spelling is unique, so I'm readily findable on the internet, and I'm always around. So You guys are always welcome to be in touch if you'd like to be. So, yeah.
Excellent. Actually, Shehla, you want to introduce yourself as well?
Sure, I'd love that. So, Mr. Mark Isaac Potter, my name is Shehla Choudry, and I live in Calgary, Alberta, Canada right now. And my passion is healthcare, in particular, US healthcare. And one of the reasons why I got involved is just, I got into healthcare young. When I was 13 years old, I started working out, and it was to deal with stress. But during COVID, my husband had to have major open heart surgery, and that was unforeseen, right? And so he was young, 42 at the time. And so that really got me present to a lot of things, like, the fact that what if he wasn't around for my daughters? Like, I have two daughters, and they're daddy's girls. And so, the second I come in the room, I don't exist, but when he walks in, right? Yeah.
Well, two things, Sheila. Number one, if I can be of help, just be in touch. Number two, just a technical thing. I seem to have a lot of trouble hearing you.
Let me
So
check.
what I did is turn on the captions.
Mhm.
Got you.
And usually I'm trying to be funny, but today I just don't feel like doing funny.
I got you.
So
Let me check
I'm
with
gonna
my
let
sales.
that go by but no, it's wonderful to meet you ladies. And next week I'll have a guest,
Mhm.
a
Excellent.
writer named Chris uh
There.
Capella, I think her last name. No, something close to Capella. Kepler. Chris Kepler.
Oh,
She's,
yes. Okay.
she's been on before, and
Yeah.
she does voiceover, and she's a writer. She'll be on for a few minutes. So,
Excellent.
yeah.
Mark, is it better? Can you hear me better now? I adjusted the
Yes,
volume.
ma'am.
Oh, well,
Yes.
there you go. Mr.
Yeah.
Mark, thank you for bringing that to my attention. Sometimes when you
You're
restart,
welcome.
it changes all the settings.
You're welcome.
You. Well, I wanted to say this. My passion is US healthcare. And, with all the stuff that's going on with the health insurance, people are going to be dropping, like in the millions, they'll be dropping their health insurance. Mr. Mark, we have an incredible alternative to health insurance. We're saving people, saving people's
Of course, it's
money.
how many tens of millions of dollars per day does it cost?
Right. But the thing is, we're a nonprofit. I represent a nonprofit. So there's no profit motive. There's only reason for us. The reason why we exist is to help people. That's the only reason. So we put people over profits, and we're saving people
All right. Well,
out.
if I'm interested, I'll get a hold of Sue, and
I can gladly
Absolutely.
connect you guys.
she'll let me
Absolutely.
know. Yeah.
And Olga, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself too, so that Mark knows a little more about what you all do?
Hello, Mr. Mark. Do you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I'm from Russia. Came here in 91 with no language, no help, and started to paint, opened the gallery. I'm the artist. Opened the gallery, then opened second gallery, and then COVID came and shut down everything. And I shifted
Yeah.
into the I wrote the book, self-published on Amazon, From Russia to America. So my memoir with a special kind of message, inspirational kind of lining. And now I'm a speaker and a coach. And you already heard my passion towards women and who don't need to stay strong for too long. And they have to be women to enjoy the intimacy and their role in life as a
Well,
women.
I've long been interested in Russian writers. My very favorite is a man who lived in the early 1900s, who I very frequently talk about in my poetry and short stories. His name is Daniil Karms.
Ah, Daniel Harms. Okay. And he's
Yeah,
funny. He's funny.
he
He,
was imprisoned by both the Tsar and the Bolsheviks and died
yeah.
in prison. So,
Well, it was a lot of tragedies with the
yeah,
political. He's a politician. You know, the people are good everywhere, but when we put together in political chain, it's becoming in the same the same token, no government wants anything good for population. It's just
yeah,
given. So just we just have to be. We have to live our lives without relying on government because it can betray you at any moment. And so I learned that by growing up in USSR and knowing how overnight, over second,
yeah,
it could happen. And so I was a witness to so many events, I would say. So my mom actually was almost taken to jail because she was trying to sell some stuff that she was making to make some extra money because government wanted to keep population poor and it was prohibited to make any profit. So when I came to America, and it was just aha for me moment to learn that I was snapped into Amway. You know, I did not speak English, but kind of understood the concept. And I thought, what do you want to say that if I have that and I can resell it and have a profit, it would be praised. They say yes. I said it's totally opposite from where I've come from. That it could cost me a freedom.
well, my phone is letting me know I got to go. I have another meeting, so I'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you,
Thank you
guys.
so much, Mark.
Take care. God bless.
God bless. And actually, Olga, I did find your book here too. I'll just share that on the screen too, so people can find this real easily.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, from
Yeah.
Russian America, A Quest for Purpose and Joy. Oh my goodness.
And you know, I'm now uh, putting to the universe that make me a woman who is deserving to have a movie made on that book.
Excellent.
You know, because I think it would be a very interesting movie. So I am,
Yeah.
you know, I'm bold. I started to become bold, just asking, talking, and without any, I would say, boundaries. I would say because I'm just going with my truth, and I just want to be truthful, and that if somebody don't like me or don't align with me, and that should be okay, because one size don't fit all, and you know, it's I'm not connected to everybody's approval, and that just gives so much liberation. So thank you. So are you going to speak into on my summit?
I would love to. Yes.
Okay, so you need to fill up the paper.
Mhm. Yes. I started and then I got interrupted and I have not gotten back. So that is my bad. I need to finish that and get that
Yes,
done.
please. Okay,
So and
so bye guys. Thank you so much.
thank you. I appreciate you being here, Olga. Good luck
Thank
with all the preparations and we'll be in touch.
thank you. Bye-bye.
You bet. See you. And as I was looking at the notes here, let me go back to my other screen. I was looking at the notes on here for the book that she wrote. Again, it says From Russia to America, A Quest for Purpose and Joy. And part of the description, it says, what makes this book different? It's not a self-help manual, but you will be helped. It's not a comedy, yet you'll laugh and maybe cry. It's not just a memoir, but a mirror, reflecting back your own hidden desires and longings for meaning. Wow. Oh my gosh. I I hope, but hey, let me see if I can, oh, I thought maybe I could make this bigger. I can make it a little bigger. Here, I can just read what's on the back cover. It says, when Olga Alexeeva left Russia, she also left behind a stage career, her language, and everything familiar. Arriving in America with no English and no clear path, she had to reinvent herself from the ground up. This raw, inspiring memoir shares how she turned pain into paint, fear into bold choices, and silence into self-expression. Through 3 powerful transformations as an actress, painter, and inspirational speaker, Olga offers readers not just her story, but a mirror. Are you living your life's purpose? Is joy still in reach? What masterpiece waits inside you? This is more than a story, it's an invitation to create, to dream, to begin again. Wow.
Beautiful and poetic. I was just in the background listening. I'm like, oh my gosh, the masterpiece. Well, you know what's funny is there's so many different things that are resonating just with what Olga was talking about. And
Mhm.
I know in the green room before we started, I was like, I can't believe, 2025 for me was a year where as I look back and I reflect, I didn't get all the stuff done on my to-do list, or I didn't achieve my goals. But you know what? I actually did a bunch of firsts and I had so much growth that I can't even believe it. Like, so instead of making myself bad and wrong like normally I would do, I'm
Mhm.
like, you know what? And embrace the fact that I grew. And it's interesting. I put together this little infographic, just a little picture, you know, goodbye 2025. Thank you for all the lessons, all the trials, the tests, but most importantly, for all the growth and the good times, right? Because that's what it's about, is growing. So that's one of the things. And 2026, it's a year for me to be the author of my story. So when she said masterpiece, I'm like, ooh, it's just such poetic language. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
You know,
Say when she was on here before, I didn't remember that she had written a book, and actually, it was hitting me too as I was looking at that because her story really is amazing and difficult. And I can't even imagine going from the only thing you've ever known to all of a sudden, boom, you're somewhere else, and you can't speak the
right?
language. You can't. Where? How, what? That's overwhelming to comprehend.
Yeah. It really is. I'm going to say this, like my husband comes from Eastern Russia, like his country's from Eastern Russia. And I'm going to tell you, I am so articulate and I love connecting with people in English. But when I first went to Bosnia, I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, I don't understand anything. I don't know how to communicate with you. And, you know, communication's everything when you're connecting with people, right? And so I get that. Like for her, it must have just, I'm interested in reading her story. Yeah.
There's a lot there. I've got to figure out when I can get that. And I actually have a stack of books. I'm like, that's the hesitation in my brain is I get books and then I don't get around to reading them. But this is something different. That looks really, so I'm excited for that. So, and I don't know what your timeline is, if you have time to stick around or if you, I don't want to assume you have the entire time here, but being the top of the hour, I know
I
what the other said to go.
You know what? I can stick around for a little bit more. My gym workout can wait a little bit longer. It's all good. I'll keep you company. I'll keep you company for a little bit longer. How about that?
It's all good.
Yeah,
So on the fun side, I always gotta like to ask, did you get to do
that's
some
fine.
fun things this past year that you are excited that happened? And then also curious about this upcoming year, some plans you may have.
You know what? Okay, so this last year, well, we took two trips that I didn't expect to take, right? They were just last minute. My daughter, actually, my youngest daughter, is the one who kind of instigated them both. So we ended up going to visit my husband's family over the summer, which was really, it was fun. I mean, we spent time with them, but we also took a road trip and, we just had some time together, but it's different traveling with adult children. I'm gonna say, yeah, everybody has their opinions and their preferences and stuff. So that was definitely took some getting used to. But it was fun. We went to a beach and like I said, we did some sightseeing and stuff. And we went on a family vacay just in December, actually. I'm trying to remember when. Just in December, got away for about 5, 6 days, but it was nice. It was time for us just to sit and chill. And it was quite fun, actually. I snorkeled. Okay, I don't know how to snorkel. I don't know how to swim very well, but I went in the water. I know. And I saw the fish. It was, you know what? And I actually the next day I went and got snorkeling gear, and then unfortunately it was too windy, and so the water wasn't safe to be on. But I had fun just being there and trying that. So next time, snorkel gear ahead of time. Yeah, but plans for 2026. I have a lot of plans, and then we'll see where God takes me. Because again, I have my plans, but he is the best of planners, right? Like I never in this last year thought that I would ever be invited to speak at two different summits and lead at different webinars, and so that I loved it. I had no idea how much fun I would have actually doing speaking, public speaking. And I'm going to tell you something. I used to be an educator, so I taught kids. And a lot of people think that if you are a teacher, you're naturally a public speaker. Well, that's not true because adults have opinions, people. And they'll judge you. And so I really am stepping into that, stepping into doing more public speaking and stuff. And just really sharing our healthcare and our business and what's available for people to create for themselves. And so that's one of the things that I'm really, really excited about doing. And, when you asked about events earlier, we do have a couple of events a week, 4 events a week to showcase the healthcare, right? So that's something, yeah. So it's again, people are in trouble right now. They're panicked, they are worried, and we have a solution. And you know what? I'm going to step out there. Absolutely. So I'm interested in creating those win-win partnerships with people. That's just some of it. Some of my plans. I plan on coming to the US more or going across the US more.
Well, if you make it to Wisconsin, I want to get a chance to say hi in person.
Then we can create something where I make it to Wisconsin. How about that?
That would be amazing. Then,
hey, listen, but not in the cold. Not in your cold right now. Not in the cold right now.
But it's nice out. We're water skiers.
Okay, well, I don't necessarily water ski, but I've parasailed before, and that's so much fun. So if you have that, you let me know.
Amazing. That's something I have not done. Yeah.
Oh, you haven't? Okay. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we've actually, I don't actually bring it up on here very often. So we actually are show skiers. We put on ski shows all summer. So if you've ever seen like the people in a pyramid, and that's us, believe it or not, that's for the last 30 years I've been doing that. And Kurt has been for almost over 40 years now. Oh, for a while.
That's a lot of fun. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. I'm afraid of the water, but I love being in the water. I love it, but I'm not necessarily the best swimmer. So, maybe that's something I'll tackle.
Flotation's all good. Well, and speaking of water, we actually have Marianne of Waikiki here joining us as well. So, Marianne, you want to come on in, say hi? How you doing today?
Hi, aloha and hola from San Carlos, Mexico. Happy New Year, feliz años.
Happy New Year.
And yeah, so starting off the New Year's right, I'm at the hair and nail salon, so I'm getting a treatment, and so I can look glam for 2026, and really good. So I got my glow in the dark stick here, and Captain Carla gave that to me before she left. And so we are continuing the book club. And our friend Trina, the daycare director in Canada, is out ice fishing with her sisters. So I said, go for it. And that's what she's up to. And now we're in nice sunny weather here. And my pool is 65 degrees. So I've been swimming every day. And New Year's resolution, I would say New Year's resolution, I swim, but we're in there. So I'm going to get some booties for my feet. And I got a full body wetsuit. So we'll be in the ice cold pools where, people do pay to have an ice pool in their house or to go to the spa. It's very expensive. And I got it all inclusive in my place right outside my door. How about that? So it's good energy, good healing. And that's what we're all about in 2026. We're doing healing work. So it was funny. My friend that I met Canada, she came down. We got her into an Airbnb. And so that started off the new year and we caught up. And she gave me the tour up there in Vancouver when I was up there with, and then Jay Stoyan, the Disability Channel, was interviewing me as well. So she's back down here. And then yesterday I came over here for the spa treatment, and Lynn was back in town with Jeffrey, and I met her before. She's an author. She created like 13 books and did special education. She did amazing stuff. And I briefly met her 2 years ago. So I was still in the process of the books and trying to translate them into Spanish and, finishing the third book with climate change and all, which is done. So I'm so grateful. And they're back in town. And so uh, Jeffrey had a hair appointment and she needed to get a manicure. I'll make this short. And they didn't have it really scheduled. And I said, you know what? Just work on them because I'm going to go listen to Captain play piano. I can get my pedicure tomorrow, which is day. I have no problem doing 2 days spa day. Okay. I got coffee and toast and jelly and everything today. And so I don't want to say by giving up what the universe provided, but I ended up talking to Jeffrey and he brought up something about San Francisco, and he did news and radio in San Francisco. So while she was getting her manicure, I got to show him the book trailers and he was very impressed. And he said he interviewed Boynton Slat, who we dedicate my book, Underwater Acts of Kindness, to. He was wondering what he was up to. And I said, I've never met him, but I know he was going on to do other 100 Rivers. He was destined to clean up like last year or something like that. And I showed him the 3 book trailers for Clean Water Foundation. He was very impressed. And he wants to meet Mark and Anthony. I told him how we were in nonprofit TV and Denny's restaurants, showcasing the book trailers, as well as on the mark with 220 networks. So he's very interested in speaking with Mark. So we'll set up a Zoom. So the universe provided all that at the beginning of the year. Now, the funny thing is I've decided to turn off TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. It's too mind racing, and I put it into Chat GPT and I felt lighter. Okay. I got a lot of good content. I sent a lot to Kurt. I saw people in wheelchairs, these new wheelchair technologies that looks like Lego. I mean, I saw all these different people with disabilities. I was sending them to Michael, the wheelchair. Then there's this autistic entertainer who is a red hot pepper, and he's got a song. If you like bananas, put your hands in the air. Okay, hands down. If you like blackberries, put your hands in the air. And his sidekick is a saxophonist. So it got in my head like Baby Shark, do 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 do, and I loved it. Right? And don't get me wrong. So I was listening and watching all this stuff at the end of the year, but I chose the commitment that I need to turn this stuff off so I can keep my nervous system to myself, and I felt a lot lighter. And I plugged it into Chat GPT and they agreed. So all those positive things, it was reinforcement back to me. So the funny thing, so we introduced Kurt to Forbes Riley, who does pitches. So Kurt and them to continue to do it. She's amazing. But this log kept coming up about, how to get coaches and clients. Well, everybody's hurting, okay? And so these coaches and life coaches, and I know a friend in Hawaii who had the wedding business and her coaching business, driving Uber, okay? So, people just don't have the money, okay? And what are you really going to change? So it was just funny. I was listening to it and I said, well, I'm not a life coach and I'm not trying to attract clients, okay? I'm just trying to attract the funding to get the books into animation movies, right? But the funny thing was, I was in here and I was attracting clients because you know what? I was attracting clients for the chiropractor. So I got him 5 new clients sitting in here.
Oh my goodness. That's
And
fabulous.
Jeffrey even said to me, he goes, I should have you as my agent, the TV news radio guy sitting next to him. Because I was talking about my journey with upper cervical and tinnitus and vertigo. And the other guy overheard me and came over and I said how Dr. Will is maintaining it since I've had it. And we talked about insurance plans. Anyway, it opened up. The universe provides. So guess what? By giving up that pedicure spot, which was no big deal because I'm in walking distance and I love it here, that opened up a door that I got to meet media, got feedback showcasing these book trailers, and it was just we're into today's the 3rd, so yeah, so there we go. So those those other mind shifts came into play. Like I wasn't attracting because I'm not trying to be a life coach or coach to get clients, but then I got Dr. Will 5 clients. So there you go. I am a healer somehow, and I'm doing healing work here too. So I give Reiki to the salonists and all that. So I'm sharing how I'm shifting that energy, and I've turned off TikTok, I've turned off Facebook and Instagram. I know I've overloaded Kurt and you guys, but it's all good stuff for the world of ability and disability. So I want to focus on finding the funding to bring the books into animation movies. And so, yeah, we'll see what our connections are. And there's also, oh, I missed it today. There's a company too that helps do that. Anyway, it's a learning process. So one other thing I was interested in taking, and I have to hold off, it's an ocean therapy certification. Okay, they're offering it. And it's like, they marked it down to $100, right? And I thought, wow, this would be.
I need to ask you something when you finish.
Okay, I'm on my podcast. Think that's what she needs to ask me. So I'm thinking about taking this just because to learn something new. And also too with John, Trina, I want to learn about his programs too as well. But I just thought, oh, okay, but I don't work in an office and I don't really live on the sailboat. You know what I mean? Not making all these excuses to take this class, but it's ocean therapy. So I'm like, okay, I want to do it, but I'm going to learn more. So I sent them the book trailers and stuff, who I am. But see, I told you too, I don't know why this is popping up. I have to have eyelid surgery and I was going to do it this month. I'm going to hold off to February because it's going to be colder here. So that way I can hibernate and recover from the eyelid surgery. So I can't put any pressure on me to take the course when I won't be able to see some stuff and follow up with emails and all that stuff. So I'm just sharing that with you. And I sent it to you too, Sue, so you can get certified as an ocean therapy practitioner, so to speak. So check it out. I'll send you the information. And if you could be kind, we got some other people coming, but if you could be kind, we are doing the weekly book club. We're on chapter 3, Glow in the Dark Party. So here we go. We have the glow sticks. Captain Carla gave that to me. And if you could be kind to read it, Sue. Last week we had my friend Trina, daycare director up in Canada, read it. She's sharing it with the daycare up there in Canada. I believe you're from Canada too, aren't you, Trina? And yeah, so she read it. And well, I got my glow stick. I don't know if you could read chapters. If you want to show the book trailer first or read the chapter 3 and we can move forward for the people who are joining us now. We are doing the Acts of Kindness series book club. We started that on winter solstice, December. We're on chapter 3 of the book Underwater Acts of Kindness, dedicated to Boynton Slat.
Yeah, got you, Karen. Why don't you come on in and say hi, introduce yourself, and then we'll go ahead and hit chapter 3 here. Glad you're here.
Thank you. I'm Karen Willens. I have a PhD in natural health, and I work holistically. So I work with mind, body, spirit comes into it. So mental. I like to work a lot with the emotional realm. Okay, but I work with nutrition, pretty much everything. But I'm not a chiropractor, so I don't do adjustments. But other than that, yeah, and I'm now an author, so yeah,
Love
that's me.
it.
Yeah.
And I know you got some big
Congratulations.
things. You got some big things coming up too. The things that we were talking about just earlier today. So we'll share that in just a few minutes here. We go ahead and I'll read the glow in the dark party. So this is chapter 3 of Underwater Acts of Kindness. While the land dwellers sleep quietly in their cozy beds, in the deepest, darkest regions of the underwater world, marine creatures and fireflies light up the night. Their fanciful blinking of fluorescent colors is choreographed by the dashed light sisters who perfectly sequence the lights. The party for Splash and Noah begins with a flash mob of lobsters performing a can-can dance. They are led by Frankie the Lobster. Kicking their legs high above their heads, they deliver a rendition of The Lobster Catch while singing, "They did the catch, they did the lobster catch. The lobster catch, it was a seafood smash." Oh my gosh, the tune hit my head as I'm saying it out loud. They did the
That's
catch.
they did them on. Yeah, exactly. So this is great fun and puns for the parents or grandparents who are reading it
Mhm.
to the children. So you will think about it.
I love it. Oh, next, the big Hawaiian Shrimp Family Band swims in and sings their hit tune, Shrimplicity. Taking center stage, this chorus of jumbo prawns impresses everyone with their bellowing vocals and large tails. Behind them, a row of petite prawns dances together, tapping their teeny tiny feet. A colorful school of puffer, parrot, and suckerfish join the Hawaiian reef triggerfish. Oh boy, I don't know if I can say this word. This one's a
Oh,
Hawaiian word. The humma can
uma numa, uha ha. Fish.
say it again.
Uma numa, uha ha.
Thank you.
It's a real fish, and
I
it's a
love
real
it.
fun because I not to break up the story, but when we were there with the children, I would have them say that 3 times. I said, "I can't hear you. How do you pronounce it?" And then they would go into uma numa, ooh-aha.
I love
So
it.
you got to break it down, Sue. So we'll review it at the glow in the dark party.
Perfect. I love it. They were joining in singing their popular tune, "The Age of Aquariums." They sing without instruments and blow bubbles through their noses in an impressive style known as aquapella. This is the spawning of the Age of Aquariums. Age of Aquariums. Love this. When these live performances are concluded, Snappy Happy the Hanu, a DJ mix master, takes over and spins some tunes. "Hey everybody, I'm a turtle with a bad tempo. Not to be confused with a bad temper," he laughs. "So we're going to keep it light throughout the night and make sure everybody stays happy, all right?" Noah, Splash, Alpha, and Beta switch their enormous tails to Snappy's beat. Soon their friends King Octo the Eighth and Raymer the Clown Triggerfish parade on by. King Octo and Raymer are talented aquatic engineers whose specialty is designing and building beautiful aquariums. Tonight, they proudly display one of their latest works of art along with a banner that reads, "If you can dream it, we can build it. Peace, love, happiness, and thanks." Their aquarium is filled with highly prized seahorses, including the rare leafy and weedy sea dragons of Australia. "Tomorrow we'll be transporting Lucy and her babies to our seahorse farm in Kona on the Big Island," King Octo says as he waves goodbye. "See you when we return." Def Leppard and Shaka the Shark are hanging out by the nearby caves. By using the weights of their tails, they launch rocks and rubble from the ledges above. And now for a real rock concert, Shaka shouts. This ought to add some bing bang boom to the party. Would you stop that racket? The crustaceans call out from under their shells. We're trying to get some sleep here. Noah offers an apology. Please excuse us. It's just that we're having a whale of a time. Flip and Flop announce themselves. Hey Splash, this song's for you. They do their best rendition of Squish Squash, I Was Taking a Wash. With the scrub brushes in hand, the dolphins begin to remove some of the old stubborn barnacles from the whales. The family giggles, slipping and sliding inside a frothy cloud of foam and bubbles. I've never been pampered in such a luscious lather in all my life, exclaims Splash. Me neither, says Beta. I've wanted to get these barnacles off me for years. Eventually, the celebration winds down and it's time to get some sleep. Thank you all for the best welcome party ever, Noah says, as he and his family begin to swim back to their resting area. And that is the Glow in the Dark Party, Chapter 3 of Underwater Acts of Kindness. And I can go ahead and bring up the book trailer for this as well.
Great job, Sue. Yes, lots of fun songs in there. Brings back memories. And the DJ is turtle is pronounced Honu in Hawaiian in
Honu.
the book. So it's DJ Honu, and we joke about it's a whole new way.
Oh,
Remember that
excellent.
song?
Yes.
Woo! Yeah, so we had a couple of songs there that brought back some memories.
I love it. Well, and here's the trailer.
Thank you so much.
If you could help save the ocean just by listening to a story, set sail with Underwater Acts of Kindness. Join Noah, the hard-of-hearing humpback whale, and his marine friends as they take on the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. On their journey between Hawaii and California, they discover an enormous pile of plastic, but with teamwork and courage, they plan to clean it up. With the guidance of Dod General of the New Earth Army, they rally ocean creatures and you to help restore our seas. Now available on Amazon Audible, listen as author Marianne of Waikiki narrates this inspiring adventure, featuring mesmerizing music by Lucy and the Perfect Wave and Nick's guitar, echoing the sounds of whales and dolphins. This book is dedicated to Boy and Slat, founder of The Ocean Cleanup, making waves for a cleaner future. Sing along with Noah's song and dive into a world of peace, love, happiness, and thanks. After reading, visit the Acts of Kindness series YouTube channel for more adventures. Learn the ASL ABCS with Dr. Fingers, the fingerspelling hermit crab on YouTube, kids. Get coloring books now at www.actsofkindnessseries.com and Amazon. Plus, grab your New Earth Army t-shirt and pledge to protect our planet. Underwater Acts of Kindness by Marianne of Waikiki. Available now on Amazon, Audible, and actsofkindnessseries.com.
Thank you so much again for our weekly book club. And now we're moving on. So, Sue, can you imagine? You know, these are puppets, and, you know, no one has done anything for a birthday party or general in parties for persons with disabilities. Okay, so these are signing characters and can make amazing headwork for autistic children using basic communication signs such as I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, change my diapers, mommy and daddy. And so that was the vision of, you know, talking to Walmart and making an end cap or a shelf for a persons with disabilities, birthday supply line, a clothing line. And we're going to be talking with Inspire World next month to create a baby sign line, a maternity line, a hospital scrub line that I all had visions of with our heart logo and rainbows. And I'm not quite sure about the puppets at this time, but Folk Manus is the company. And again, I was talking to Jeffrey yesterday too, and he, you know, living in San Francisco. And I said, yeah, the puppet company is in Emeryville, California. And I said, oh, by the way, the pelican who we will meet in the book is Penny the Pelican and Dr. Grace Vertigogo, who say, yes, I can, pelican. They're picking up plastic in their their big beaks, so to speak. And it turned around because the fact of I was talking about Dr. Will, the chiropractor, how I had upper cervical. This is a reflection of kind of what happened with me in Michigan after being a sign language interpreter and other work. I got injured and I acquired a hearing loss and the things that I had to go through. So Noah's going to be going through that, and we'll be introducing that next chapter. But that was the whole kind of thing that stemmed around it. And so I won't introduce Dr. Grace Vertigogo yet, but we talk about hearing loss in the book, and you see the funds and the puns that can benefit. And so we have 500 million people worldwide with a hearing loss now. We have millions of moms and dads coming home from being of service who can't hear their own children or grandchildren. So these are very educational books and coloring books, taking global topics such as the Great Pacific Garbage Patch and ocean cleanup. Our second book is Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully for Anti-Bullying, featuring Harry the Hard of Hearing Rabbit and Eve the Finger Spelling Bumblebee and Chelsea the Courageous Sign Language Chicken, which I showed Jeffrey too. We now have a YouTube channel. I showed him doing the alphabet. I showed him the app games and he was very impressed. And again, he'd like to meet Mark and Anthony, learn more about the 220 networks and the Kindness channel that we're hoping to launch next or this year, and partnering with Inspire World as well as Leon McLaughlin Clean Water Foundation. I showed him the video that we dedicated the book for climate change and clean water for him also too. So it's been a great new year to start off, and I must say in divine order and meeting the right people at the right time. Again, and even Lynn said that too, the author that was sitting there is no coincidence. So, you know, I don't say being kind. I gave up my I don't give up my pedicure, but I would extended it. But look what happened. So we share that acts of kindness as well. So thank you for letting me speak today and meeting everybody. And Leon is taking care of business in Las Vegas again. He's getting water units and computers to Cuba schools and children, doing fundraisers. And Trina is ice fishing with her sisters. And thank you, Michael Hummel. He's going to be having another speaker event. He's looking for speakers to talk on OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. And this is something else I did. I want to say it's a new moon, it's a new beginning. So you got to let go of a lot of things, release, relax, let go and surrender. And I have a lot of shoes. Okay. We all do, women. Women are in here. Okay. But I have my Nautica sailing shoes. I have my dockside boat shoes. I have my heels, I have my flip flops, I have my pool shoes, and I have them underneath the sink. Okay, so I have them in bags separated for different seasons. So now we're boating. Anyway, and this may be helpful. So in recycling, so I go to the Santa Rosa, and they have the vegetable bags. Well, they're a little bit heavier. Okay, heavier in plastic. And guess what? The aha moment, OCD, said, why don't you reuse them and put your shoes in each of those bags and keep them together? That way they're not falling all over everywhere and you are more organized. So if that's an OCD, that was something I learned, and I'm sharing that with you too. And I'm sharing that with other friends too. Because it's just, I don't say a waste of time, but I was back and forth and go, here you go, the aha moment. So reusing the plastic bags at the grocery store for vegetables, put your shoes in it, keep them together, teach that to children, right? How much easier? Put your socks in that together, put your mittens, your gloves. There you go. Those are my words of wisdom for today. And here's my glow stick from Captain Carla. May you be the light of the world. Aloha.
Aloha. Thank you so much, Marianne. So, and Dr. Karen, I wanted to have you come on in and tell us a little bit more about your background and what you've all put together for this year.
Thanks, Sue. First of all, I love Marianne's passion. Okay. It's great. And the book was just adorable with a point, which I love. So I do a lot of mindfulness work. Okay. And this everything I've done has come from my need. So I've walked that path, and I have made sure that what I have created works. So my background is I'm a retired dental hygienist. I retired due to a disability. And I decided I needed to learn how to get well because there wasn't anything that could help me medically. And I believe in natural solutions. So I went back to school actually to learn how to do it myself. And I became a doctor of natural health. And I still wasn't well. And then I found a company that helped me, their products helped me get back, literally. Everything from physical to my brain function. And so I've been getting better. And this last year has been a little bit of a pause for me. I had what I believe is long COVID. And so it's laid me up for a year and I couldn't work. And so I finally said, okay, I've got to do something here. So I meditated and I came up with, okay, what's my passion? And my passion is the emotional aspect of wellness, because all illness begins with our thought patterns. Okay? It begins with our emotions, what we say to ourselves, the messages we give to ourselves. And I went, okay, what am I going to do with that? Because not everybody is into that. Okay? So, I meditated on it, and about 3 days after, meditating on and off, I woke up one morning and I heard the message, the spiritual message, calendar. I'm going, calendar? Okay, what am I supposed to do with a calendar? And it said, make a calendar. And so what I've done is I've created a 366-day calendar of self-care prompts. Now, self-care, I wanted to make a self-care journal, and I've wanted to do that for a while. And it just wasn't coming together. But it all came together with these prompts. And so that, I put it together in about 3 months. And I'm not a techie, folks. I just am not a techie. And so I did have a little bit of help. And my friend helped me with the platforms, et cetera. And, because they have to connect it in a certain way. Anyway, it's all together. And I'm very excited about it. I sent myself a copy. Okay. It is a downloadable, fillable PDF. The neat thing about it, there's two really great things about it. Number one, it's very affordable. It's ridiculously affordable because I want people to become mindful. That's what our world needs. Marianne was talking about kindness, okay? And that involves feeling good physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, everything, and creating a healthy balance in life. And so I priced it ridiculously low because I want people to have it. And I know a lot of people have financial concerns these days, pretty much everybody. The other nice aspect of it is because it is downloadable and fillable, it's also erasable. You can use it year after year. So it's nothing you have to spend extra money on every year. You can keep it in your computer. You can print it out with your answers on the prompts. Not every day has something to fill in. Sometimes it's just a thought, okay, to be mindful of for the rest of the day. And there's a recap at the end of each month so that by the end of the year, you have created at least 12 new action habits that are now part of your being to help you move forward in life very with much more confidence, with more calm. So a lot of stress and anxiety that's going on now, it will help keep you grounded and centered. So I have been doing the calendar myself, and I absolutely love it. And it's just as much mindful for me as it is for everybody else. Because we know all these things, many of us know all these things. We forget because life happens, right? And so when life happens, those good habits kind of go with them unless they're part of who we are. And so this is what I have done. It is available, and I'm just very excited about it. Sue, can you unmute?
So sorry. Thank you. I was going to just ask, where can people find this? I'm assuming it's online somewhere that's findable.
It's online.
I'd love
It's
to share
online. Yeah, I can put that link in the chat.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Sue.
Absolutely. Actually, Shelley, first of all, Shelley, you want to introduce yourself to Karen? And then I'm curious if you have any thoughts or questions. I'm guessing you may.
Well, so Dr. Karen, it's great to meet you. My name is Shehla, and you know what? I am passionate about healthcare and well-being. And I used to be an educator for many, many years, like the last 17. And one of the things I noticed with like the kids, especially when I go in these days, is they really need to get grounded and calm. And I do mindfulness practices with them when I'm there. But again, my passion is US healthcare. And right now, I represent a nonprofit, and the only reason why they're in existence is to give people healthcare and actually not overcharge them. So we don't actually worry about the profit aspect. We worry about the human beings. And it's just incredible. Yeah, and you know what? It's incredible. They actually thought of a way to reward the membership for being healthy. And part of it is if they use any kind of natural medicine, because natural medicine or holistic and functional integrative practitioners or the providers aren't included in the health insurance, we have an option. We have an option to actually give people $150 credit a month to write down their insurance deductibles with our healthcare, which is incredible. But we love health and holistic well-being. I love it personally. I'm a very big believer in natural medicine. Like I went through my own health scare in 2023. And, the doctors in the hospitals, they really mess with your mind. They like to scare you. They really do. So using their drugs and their interventions. And I've always been a believer in listening to my intuition. And my gut is like, absolutely not. Do not go on those lifetime of steroids. Don't go on that lifetime of autoimmune suppressing drugs. Deal with it naturally. And so that's what I've done. And I love it. And and it works. It actually works. Yeah. So
I love that. I support you 1000%. And that's, so last year, this all started with about a vertigo, and it was very uncontrollable. I went to the emergency room, and even though they diagnosed something, it was not the correct diagnosis. They didn't get to the bottom of it. Okay. And the bottom of it was, something that I figured out. Okay. And so, now I know, now I can take care of it. And so that, I agree with you. And, this in the late 90s, I had an experience with medical. Okay. And they mean well. For me, when I had vertigo and having to go to the emergency room, that's what they're good for. They're good in emergencies. So that's great. I have nothing against the medical community in that respect. But to add drugs one on top of another, because the drug that they gave him in the first place is causing the problems for the second and third drugs. It's like that just doesn't make sense to me. And so that's why I have stayed with my gut feeling, as you have, and said, no, there's got to be a way to do this naturally. And I believe that when we have that faith, when we have that heartfelt
Right.
belief and desire, the answers are going to come to us.
Absolutely. I agree with you. And I want to say this too. I mean, I'm also a believer in traditional medicine when it's appropriate and necessary, right?
Yes.
And, I mean, listen, if I have a tooth infection that I can't get rid of naturally or use natural interventions, there are times where you actually have to, lean on traditional medicine. You do. And I did. And I'm okay. I'm completely fine with that. But it's not always the first, cure. Right? Yeah. Just to give you an example, my two daughters, when they were little, they're like, Mommy, why is every other commercial on TV about pharmaceutical drugs? And why is there so many problems? And I'm like, yeah, that's a good, because the side effects, it takes them longer to list the side effects than it does to actually talk about the drug, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, they know at a very young age. And so, but there are times where you do need traditional medicine. And I also believe, like you, there's the power of your thoughts. There's a power of what you keep repeatedly telling yourself. And there's power when you can get your mind under control and believe that, what, there is a way to heal. And right now, as I'm going through whatever I'm going through, I'm just like, okay, my body is healing. It's healing, and I'm taking the necessary steps to deal with what I need to deal with naturally, right? But power is in your mind. It comes from your mind. All starts there.
Yes, it does. And you know what? This is very exciting to me that we're both on the same podcast right now, because I believe that this is, yeah, I know there are no accidents. I believe that there are so many people out there who believe like we believe, and they don't know where to find us. Okay. And we don't know where to find each other. And because it's increasing, it's actually increased since 2020. Okay. And now it's time for us to get together, to become united.
Absolutely. Because I mean, I'm going to tell you something. With the type of healthcare I do, nobody really knows that we exist, right? Because we are a healthcare alternative. We are not health insurance, but no, there are hundreds of millions of people who are going to be able to benefit from this, but they don't know yet. They just don't know what they don't know. And it's up to people like you and me and Sue and Kurt just to get the word spread to them that there is an alternative. There is a better way. And I love how you said we need to work together. I love it.
Yes. I believe in teamwork. Okay. That was actually, I have a master's degree, and that was part of my master's degree. And I totally believe in teamwork.
Oh, I love it. You know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm a purpose-driven entrepreneur, and I have a mission, and it's to leave no one behind. It's to positively impact everyone who crosses my path. And it doesn't matter if it's just a kind word, a smile, a little bit of help. Okay, do you want me to help? But I also believe in creating win-win partnerships and collaborations for people and with people, and that's who I am. So just wanted to share that with you.
Yes, I totally agree. I totally agree, Shehla.
Love it.
Unbelievable. The things that end up happening on the shows like this, on World of Ability, the friends that come in here, I should say, honestly, the strangers that end up coming in here and becoming friends, and all of the wonderful connections that take place here blows me away. I absolutely am so grateful that you guys are here and able to connect like this. And actually, and with Olga here earlier as well, I know, Dr. Karen, you'll have to meet Olga as well. I don't know if you've had a chance to meet her yet, but there's definitely a connecting point there with what you guys all do. So I'm excited for where these connections will grow to in this coming year, because 2026 is just beginning, and there are so many possibilities.
I think it's incredible. Like I said, still can't believe it's January 3rd. And, it's only January 3rd. We have the rest of this year to make such a difference for human beings and to be of contribution. So again, I'm just really excited. And I thank you for the platform. So it's incredible to be here with you. And you know what? I'm going to make a commitment to show up regularly on this platform to get the message out to people.
Awesome. I love that. You are always welcome here.
Thank you.
Yeah. And
Can I
go
end
ahead.
off with a story? Something.
Please.
So we have like two little fur babies, and it gets quite cold out here, just like it does where you are in Wisconsin. Like it's been minus 30 degrees the last 2 weeks. And we found cat outside, and that poor baby was out there freezing. And so, you know what? I noticed him. We caught him once, but we thought, okay, he's a neighborhood cat, so we let him go. And then the week we got back from our family holiday, he was out there again. And so this time I kept him. And unfortunately, he was hiding for like 2 weeks under our stairs in the basement. But you know what? I prayed actually. I'm like, God, send me him again so I can help him. And you know what? When you have these little fur babies, like I know this is a completely different topic. I just have to say they teach you so much love for humanity and living creatures and things. And I just, yeah, I was really sad to give him to the vet because I don't think he actually had a home. And I was like, oh, please, let's keep him. But we couldn't keep him because we have two fur babies. And, sometimes when they don't get along, Sue, it doesn't work. But
Yep.
I just, animals teach you so much compassion and love for humanity and other animals. Yeah. I just wanted to share my fur
100%.
baby story.
I love that. Actually, you made me think of one myself. I'll just briefly share because I know we're going to talk about cats and that type. So my parents live up north. They live out in the country in a rural area, and we've always had cats. Growing up, we had cats. I love cats. My husband, horribly allergic, so I go visit my parents to get my kitty fix. But there was a day. Actually, it's been years now. It's probably been almost 10 years ago, I think, so my parents had two cats, and I think they pretty much had said, these are probably the last cats they'll have. They're not going to get kittens again. They're at the point where the cats are going to be 13. But about 10 years ago, there was this tiniest cat that showed up in the dead of winter. They burn wood to heat the house. They've got a wood burning stove in an outbuilding, and my dad noticed the cat hiding in there near the heat, and was out there he ran into the cat multiple times. Not a friendly cat. It was one of those things where it's freezing, but it's not. It obviously doesn't have a home, and at one point, then I mean, this is over a short amount of time now, but it was days that he would see the cat out there, and I actually reached the point where part of its ear was frozen off, and I was like, "Oh, you poor thing." So my dad finally said, "You're coming in the house." It was just gonna be, let's get her warmed up, get her some food, get her. That is the sweetest cat. They've had that cat now all this time. I love that cat. 10 years old and still plays like a kitten, is the most petite little thing ever. And my dad likes to sit in his chair and read. And whenever he sits in the chair and reads, that cat is on his lap and giving the love. And it's just you're just, as you're saying, the connections and how much they teach us. They truly do. They teach us compassion. They teach us love. They teach us that it's not just about me. There's others around that need us.
Well, and I noticed there are so many, like they come to you when they need help. And I honestly believe that it's also a test for you, right? Are you going to step up and help this little creature that I believe God sends you, right? Are you going to step up and help? Or are you going to be like everybody else, right? And I can't. I have to help. I can't watch those little things suffer, right? So, and it doesn't matter. Same thing with people. God sends you people with situations, and sometimes, well, again, that's a test for you, right? Are you going to offer that person a kind word, or if they need a meal, are you going to buy them a meal? Like, yeah. So
People come across our paths for a reason. And, I even think about, so I work at a university. So just a short story there. I have student workers. I have anywhere from 20 to 40-ish, I can have a pretty good sized crew. And years ago, I remember it happened more than once where I'd have somebody who was a faculty member that as my crew's getting hired in, and these are all students at the university, they're getting hired in, and I've rarely had anybody say, you might want to think twice about this one. And like, why? You know, I haven't met the student yet. I don't know anything about them. The only times it has ever happened where I got warned about somebody was those students that were, I don't even know how to put this. There's not an overarching thing necessarily, but they all had in not a proclaimed disability, but it is something where there was something unique about them that set them apart a little. And if you take the time to connect with people, all
Find out.
works out. I never had issues. It's been good experiences. And it's one of those in hindsight, it's like, I got warned that maybe I don't want to hire this one because it's going to be a lot of work. Like, wait, what? No, no, no. That means they need to be here. We've got work to do. Yes. And we're going to work together and make a good experience for them, because if that's what they're getting from others, like, wait, what? What is happening here?
You said something like pivotal for me. They're there to teach you something. You're there to learn something and grow from them. And that's another thing that my eyes have opened to is like, okay, if something doesn't go my way, what am I supposed to learn? Like, what growth am I supposed to gain? So, it's just, I don't keep reminding myself of this because, you're going to be thrown into situations where things are not going to go your way. And those expectations that you had are just, you got to throw them out the window and really get that, hey, this situation came to teach you a lesson of some kind, right? It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I got to keep reminding
And that
myself
is
of that.
absolutely with you, because to remember that perspective and to keep that as a focus of what am I supposed to learn from this? Because I'm really good at beating myself up when I do things that don't go as I hope. I'm really good at beating myself up. And what good does that do? But it's hard not to, that's what am I supposed to learn from this? That is a great perspective to have. And it's a convenient time to think about as we're starting the year here, what can I do different this year? And to find those focuses. And with Dr. Karen, with what you have with that mindful calendar, that you can on a daily basis be working towards good things for yourself like that. What a gift. What an amazing resource that is.
Yeah,
So,
it's interesting. Thank you, Sue. A lot of people will go to like a retreat weekend or a retreat week, okay, even a 1 day retreat. And number one, people are short on time these days. They really are. Number two, the retreats are usually costly. Well, there's the finances again.
Mhm.
And so this is something people can do in the comfort of their own home, in their own time frame. So if you miss a day or two, catch up on the weekend. Okay? And if you can't catch up, it's not the end of the world. Just pick it up again.
Mhm.
And so it's doing it at your own pace as much as you want. Okay? So I just, when it was all coming together, I was so excited. In a project like this, it was huge. Okay? And by the end of it, and I am not a techie, as I said. I don't even know how to use Canva. And so I had to transfer all the Word documents into Canva. And there's different issues when you do that. And so you'd think that, I mean, it took hours. You'd think that I would be tired of doing this, that it would be a drudgery by the end. I was just as excited at the end as I was at the beginning. So I absolutely loved what I was able to do, because this is my passion. I love holistic, okay, at putting everything together. But as Shehla said also, okay, everything starts in the mind. It's our thoughts. And so this helps people really get down to what their thoughts are.
I love that. Well, and we are coming up on these last few minutes here. I want to give you each a chance to say some final thoughts here before we go. And I know, Shehla, this is amazing. I don't think you had set aside this much time to be here. And I'm feeling really blessed that you were able to stick with us and share yourself with us.
Well, again, thank you for giving me the opportunity just to really spread the word about what I'm doing. If you need healthcare and you've had to drop your health insurance because of those ridiculous premium prices, I just want to let you know that there is, like, I represent a nonprofit, and it is the fastest growing healthcare alternative company right now in the United States in real time. And again, here's another thing that I'm going to offer you. If making money is your top priority this year, let's connect, because there's a way that I can help you do that as well. So I'm just committed to win-win partnerships and collaborations. And I look forward to seeing if we can create some ourselves. Sue and Dr. Karen, I'd love that. I'm going to leave my contact information in the chat and just really look forward. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you so much for being here. Always a pleasure to have you here. And Dr. Karen, I'll pass it to you for some final thoughts.
This is the beginning of a new year. It can also be the beginning of your new life. So people set resolutions, and usually the resolutions die out by the third week in January. Set an intention instead. A resolution is a decision. An intention is a commitment to yourself.
I love that. That is one, I know you shared that earlier, because we do shakedown at noon. Which shakedown sounds like a crazy thing. It is 15 minutes of music in motion every day at 12 o'clock Central. We get on this on actually a different Zoom link, but we get on Zoom and we do that 15 minutes of music in motion, followed by what do we get to celebrate today? Because every day there's a national something, right? And Dr. Karen's been joining us and sharing something with us each day as well. And actually, I'm going to take just a quick second and pull up what one of the national items was today, because it is International Mind Body Wellness Day today. International Mind Body Wellness. Meant to be the crew that we got together here today. So I am so grateful to each of you. We've had a lovely crew coming through here with Shehla, Dr. Karen, Olga, Mark, Marianne. This is such a pleasure to be here on Saturdays like this. This is the World of Ability podcast network, and you guys are all contributing to that and sharing the good news, being that inspiration, that practical voice of what can I do to be better and to serve others, and to have that focus outward towards what is the good that we can do. This is going to be an amazing year. I'm so excited for all the things yet to come and for all the blessings that have come this past year, the great people we've got to meet, those that are here with us today. My name again is Sue Roskoff, and for all of us at the World of Ability Podcast Network, as always, we thank you.
Thank you.